A couple jetted to Las Vegas and got married.
The first time they met was at the airport on the way to that wedding. This is a story you'll only see on Fox 5.
Sarah and Paul from the UK just got married.
This is the happy couple, Sarah and Paul.
This is Sarah and Paul on their wedding night in Vegas.
What you might not be able to tell from this video is this is their first date. They just met hours before.
And everything was just normal. And so when I met them, I didn't realize that they actually had just met for the first time that morning.
Roland August, otherwise known as the mobile minister, married them, and he's done quite a few weddings.
You're not going to believe it when I tell you, but over 10,000.
But Sarah and Paul's stood out.
There was just a comfort level like they'd known each other before.
Sarah and Paul met on the dating app Bumble December 15th. The first time they spoke on the phone was December 22nd. A day later, they decided they wanted to get married.
15 years. Christmas Eve. I love it. Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, the couple met for the first time face-to-face at an airport in London. Paul popped the question.
Flew from the UK outside of London, from London to Las Vegas in their wedding attire.
A few hours later, they said "I do" at the Bellagio.
People gathered around because I said, they're getting married, this is their first date. And so I'm like, no way. So pretty soon, by the time we did the wedding, there was probably like 30 people that were all clapping for them. And the first kiss was when they kissed, when I said, I do, I do. It's so romantic and it's so Vegas, right?
Roland knows many people might be skeptical of Paul and Sarah's wedding, but he says you had to be there to experience what he did.
She said the coolest thing. She said, we've both been married before. I thought we would start with a commitment and go from there.
Roland says he's seen his fair share of questionable weddings, but Sarah and Paul's wasn't like that. He says they were comfortable, like they had known each other forever. He called them in sync and says the way they looked at each other was pure.
I didn't want anything. And then they came along and I didn't even know that I needed it or wanted it, but I did.
Roland says he's not a betting man.
What did you want for Christmas?
Sarah.
All I need for Christmas
That's all I need.
you.
But if he were, Sarah and Paul's love story is a gamble he'd be willing to make.
And then they were saying about just Christmas miracles. And all of a sudden it was like the greatest Christmas present that I could get was being with them because it was unconditional love. Boom, boom, end of story.